Beep, beep. All right. Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone's doing okay. Um, I'm just juicing, trying to get as many views I can done today, so I can put them all on YouTube for you guys. Trying to keep things consistent as I'm in this time of unemployment. I'm hoping things get a little bit better. Uh, I did win. Pretty much the my previous employer was trying to fight unemployment. I did win that part of it. I'm still waiting for workman's comp in quotation marks. I'm under investigation. Pretty much long story short, I lost my job because I ran through a red light. Um, Usually, I ran through the red light, not purposefully. If anything, it was unintentional. I had a sharp pain in the bottom of my right foot, which caused me to step on the gas and go through the light. Now, I drive an electric van, which is fine, but most electric vehicles, when you let go of the gas, it slows down. Out of habit, I let go and I go and push the brake, right? Everyone tries to go for the brake. It's if you still drive a gas vehicle, you know what I'm talking about. I've been driving for I think it was I think it's like 15 years. No, more than 15 years. Hold on. 17 years? I've been driving for almost 17, 18 years. So I mean, when you drive a gas vehicle, you obviously step on the brake. So force a habit. But anyways, back to what I was saying. The electric vehicle, as soon as you let go of the gas, it starts to slow down. Even in the recording that the camera has that's recording us in the vehicle and recording traffic, if something were to happen, et cetera, et cetera. It even shows in the video that, my speed is decreasing before I approach the red light. As I was saying, a sharp pain happened in the bottom of my foot where my heel is, and they, you know, shocked me, scared me. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of scared, and I stepped the gas and I went through the red light. I'm very fortunate that no one hit me, and I'm very fortunate that I didn't hit anyone. But when I noticed that it was happening, I was too soon to react, to hit the brake again and whatnot. Mhm. I proceeded into the neighborhood after doing all that, and I know my manager, know everything, and most per policy via the company I work for and through Amazon, because this is a company that it's a third party company that I worked for Amazon. What was supposed to happen is I get suspended for a day, for 24 hours, and then they give me the retraining, the Orcas training to reactivate my Amazon account. Instead, they completely terminated me. I felt like I had a target on my back this whole time, and it's kind of where we're at. Like I said, they were trying to fight me for unemployment. I finally got that. Aside from this interview that I have to go through this Wednesday. This Wednesday I have to tell because I file a claim through Workman's Comp. Obviously, I have to tell them what's going on with the unemployment office. So I have to make sure they know I'm not stealing anything. I'm just trying to get my freaking feet fixed so I can go back to work. Because it gets kind of boring around here, and that's why I'm doing these videos. That now that I have time, I can do these videos. Anyways, let's see what else. That I could talk about. Um, and then, like I said, I'll say this. I'm probably gonna go for wrongful termination. I need to hopefully find a lawyer that doesn't charge X, Y, and Z for the retainer before I go. Yeah, so I had to do my research and do the work and make a whole bunch of phone calls. Now that I have my voice, I can start doing that again because I was sick for the past week because I'm full time baby duty now. But yeah, let's get into the read along review. For those of you who don't know, for those of you that are just joining in now, I am using the DC Universe Infinite app. I am not sponsored by them. I'm just using it for the sake of these videos. I do like this app a lot because it has comics from all different time frames. Like this is like when Superman originally came out. So I like how, and it's also got the newer ones. Like currently, right now, DC Comics has an event called DC KO out right now. I just started that personally reading it, and they also have the Absolute Universe going on right now, and which I've been reading that as well. Um, uh, but yeah, so we're gonna read this until we get into a certain point where there's a gap because they haven't scanned every issue into the app yet, and then we'll start a different series or we'll bounce around as we go. But yeah, let's get into it. Action Comics number 10. This was in March 1939. Uh, Pretty cool cover. Uh, I don't know the meaning of the cover. It feels very similar to a story we had before. I think it was issue 2 where he was fighting planes. Maybe it has something similar to that. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyways, Superman by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Leaping over skyscrapers, running faster than an express train, spraying great heights and distance, is lifting and smashing tremendous weights, possessing an impenetrable skin. These are amazing physical attributes, which, which Superman, savior of the helpless and oppressed, avails himself of as he battles the forces of evil and injustice. Editor, The Daily Stars, and a reporter to 18 Hogan Street, and he'll receive a story that'll make the headlines. Probably just a crank, but look into it, Kent. Most likely there be no such address. Someone called the Daily Star. They said it was me. Step in quickly. I have a story to tell that the world must know, a story of terror, cruelty, and shocking brutality. But first, I must have your word that you will not reveal my identity. You have my pledge as a reporter. Remove my shirt. What do you see? Welts? Good Lord, where did you get them? Under the whiplash, under the whiplash at Coreytown, chain gang. But this is only one of the horrors we prisoners suffer: starvation, the sweatbox, living like cattle. I couldn't stand them any longer. I escaped. Do you know me now? I am Miley sought fugitive Walter Crane. I want you to tell your readers all about the round conditions at Coreytown Chain gang. The public opinion will force a reform. Will you help me? Gladly. Now let me move the details. I think that's what that says. I can't tell. Shocking cruelties inflict upon Coreytown prisoners, beginning today. A gripping expose series by the Daily Star ace reporter Clark Kent. The lazy dog claims he's too sick to work. Sick, eh? I'll show him how we treat loafers around here. Take him to the post. Excuse me. No, the post. Mercy. Ow. Looks like he's lashing. Lashing. Ugh. So I'm gonna flay the skin off you. You're back. In a murderous frenzy of sadistic hate, Superintendent Wyman strikes again and again and again. I'll blast you howl louder, louder. The governor is outside the gate. They're letting him in. So his nibs is pussyfooting around again. Hey, take this, no good loafer, and keep him hidden while the governor is here. Pussyfooting. Wow. Wow. Never heard that before. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If it ain't Governor Bigsby, glad you dropped in. Always glad to see my good friend, the governor. Afraid you won't particularly enjoy my visit this time, Wyman. Look at this newspaper series, The Crying Conditions Here. A blasted dirty lie. I believe for 1 second, if I believe for 1 second that it was true, by heavens, there's no better way to satisfy you than to have you speak directly to the men themselves. Have them tell you why they think of their treatment. What they think of their treatment. You may be strict, Superintendent, but I can't believe you'd be guilty of downright cruelty. Stop working, man. The governor here wants to know if any of you have been mistreated. Now, don't be afraid to talk. If anyone has beef to make, why speak up? I'm going to speak up. Shut up, you fool. If you dare to open your mouth, Wyman will kill you, not quickly, but through a slow, lingering torture. The men stand silently while guards grip their rifles readiness should any man dare to talk. You see, Governor, there's nothing to say. They're intended not. Do you believe me? Most assuredly, we must stop this slander series. After the governor has gone, the prisoner you whipped, sir, he died of his injuries. Who cares that story in the newspaper? There's only one man who could have supplied the details. Walter Crane, right? Pack my things. I'm taking a little trip north. 2 days later, letters office of the Daily Star. The story you've been running about me is a little libelous. Libelous. I don't know. I demand a attraction, or demand a retraction and apology. Sorry, we secured our information from an authoritative source. If you want to sue, go right ahead. It will make a good story for our paper. I want to talk to this wise guy, Clark Kent, who writes these lies. That can be arranged. Kent, you please step into my office. Clark meets Superintendent Wyman, who claims to be a much maligned man. It appears he resents your article pertaining to the chain gang. Superintendent Wyman. That's right, you lying skunk. Lying. That's not true. If you didn't make up those stories out of your own head, where did you get them? I have a right to know. Well, you see, I got them from, Dash It. I can't tell you. It happens to be a reporter's code never to reveal his source information if pledged not to do so. Well, I happen to know who the stoolie is, Walter Crane. Answer me. It is him, isn't it? Mr. Kent, I don't like to be crude, but do you happen to realize that harboring fugitive criminal makes you an accessory to the fact? Do you realize that if you don't reveal Crane's hiding place, you will be equally guilty and face a jail sentence? Even his adopted attitude of cowardice, Kent frankly bursts out. He's staying at 18 Hogan Street. Don't prosecute me. I'll tell you anything you want to know. That's more like it. Kent, if you've given me a straight tip, I'll drop all charges against you. But by Jupiter, if this is a bum steer, I assure you I'm not lying. Wyman? Yeah, me. I thought you escaped, eh? Thought you escaped, eh? Thought you smear me all over the papers, you scum. When I get you back to Coreytown, no, no, not the chain gang. Don't like the idea of going back? Well, I don't worry. I'll lose no time in making you feel right at home in a little sweatbox that's been waiting for you. This is your fault. I trust you. I'm sorry. You're sorry. What about me? Doomed a living death because you were shut your trap. Later, when Clark re-enters the Daily Star, everyone turns their back on him. You rat, being a helpless man, confidence. I wouldn't even dirty my hands by socking him. If he isn't fired, I'll quit. Lois, at least you'll understand, won't you? That superintendent, he was so brutal, I was afraid. How dare you even speak to me after what you've done? You loathsome wretch, get away from me. Kent, you back? I ought to. Wait, Chief, let me explain. Well, can you possibly, Bry? Or Bry? Or what can you possibly say that can justify your betrayal of Crane's trust and your integrity as a reporter? Can't you see? I hated to do it. I didn't want to betray him, but I was forced to. Forced to save your own miserable hide of all the low. You still don't understand. I did it to seal Wyman's doom. He'll go back to the quarry town, now convinced more than ever that he can get away with any form of brutality. He'll go to even further depths of cruelty. That's exactly what I'm afraid he'll do, and all because of you. Chief, you know it's impossible to convict a wily rat like Superintendent Wyman, unless your evidence galore. Well, I propose to go to Coreytown, get actual photographs of his cruelness, sworn testimony from abused prisoners, and destroy his reign of terror once and all. Clark, if you're sincere about this, but I am. But please believe me, I'm doing this the hard way, risking everyone's scorn, but only because I want to make Wyman so overconfident he'll hasten his own finish. but maybe I'm going soft, but I believe you. Grab a camera, hurry down to Koreatown and get that story. Gee, thanks, boss. Later, within the privacy of his apartment, Clark Kent dons the Superman regalia. Superman goes straight into action tonight. And instantly is tearing along a country road at terrific speed toward Koreatown. Next morning, having purchased an old suit and even more antiqued liver, liver, Superman carries out the first step in his plan. Here comes Wyman now. Wham! The disguised Superman deliberately rams into the car of the superintendent's brand new auto. You cough dough, why don't you where? Hold on, it was your fault. My fault, you're lying. Arrest that man. I charge him with assault and battery as well as bad driving. Yes, Superintendent. Let him fight his own battles. Later in Town, where justice is a mockery, Tom Daly, I sends you to 6 months on the chain gang. Only six? Well, that'd be a snap, Judge, old boy. Well, if it is in wisecracks, I also have them lash out, lash, would have them lashed out of you. Tis, such talk. When the chain gang is reached, I've a special treat in store for you. Only guards take him to the stocks. Really later, how do you like it? A little, how do you like it? In a little while, your back and arms will ache variably. I can never be as unbearable as having to look at that ugly puss of yours. Wow. An hour passes. I can understand it. He should have been writhing and pleading for mercy long ago. That man has the resistance of an ox. I hope your boys aren't tired yet. Mighty swell of you to let me sit here nice and cozy while all the others are working hard. Is it possible to pretend that you've a secret liking for me? Let him loose, put him to work, and when I say work, that's exactly what I mean. Superman is led to where the other prisoners labor like beasts breaking stone. There, now you're chained where you belong with the rest of the riffraff. Take these sledge and have those rocks smashed in a half hour. Get me? Whistle, whistle while you work. 5 minutes later, loafing in, and I tell you to smash those rocks. They're smashed thoroughly, efficiently, and definitely. It won't be long for us to break you of that. You see that pile? Well, it's twice as large. Get to work. Righto. 5 minutes later, pardon me, but could I have some more rocks, please? Holy blazes, you're finished? Say, if you keep going in pace, we soon won't have any rocks left to bust. Later, supper. Are we actually supposed to eat the slop? We eat or starve. After the comics retire for the evening, they're all asleep. Guard at the gate. Here goes. Superman's great muscles launch him noisily over the heads of the unsuspecting guards. Shortly later, he's streaking full tilt towards Town. A few minutes later, he's speeding back toward the changing gate in costume with a package under his arm. Once again, within the chain gang, once again within the chain gang quarters, remain photographs. These pictures of sorry, these pictures are the stocks can be accompanied by caption referring back to Puritan atrocities. Just as Superman is snapping a sweatbox, oh, someone's coming, probably a guard. Concealment, he observes an escaped prisoner Crane. Crane mounts the barbed wire fence. The guard sights him, fires, get down from there. Struck, Crane hurls to the bottom of the fence on the other side. Next instant, however, he scrambles to his feet, dashes for the dubious safety of the swamp. It's Crane, get the bloodhounds, he won't escape us a second time. Within the swamp, frightened by the hounds, bing as they draw nearer, Crane stumbles into a quagmire. Quicksand, help. Superman has hastened after Crane. He now finds him in a terrible predicament. Help me, help me, coming. Unheeding the danger, Superman plunges into the bog. Go back, you'll die too. Keep calm. So terrific as the quiet, so terrific as the Quagmire's grip that Superman almost tears Crane apart, drawing him free. He's fainted, and now Superman begins his great battle Forward, he struggles as the quicksand seeks to draw him under forward step by step. The quicksand clings tenaciously as though loath to lose its victims, but the man of steel succeeds in reaching solid soil, bloodhounds. At the foremost, beast leaps, Superman ducks. It sails over his head and sinks to the doom, almost frantic howls within the fog. Next moment, Superman springs out of the remaining dog's reach. Things have come to head sooner than I expected. Superman returns the crane to the chain gang camp. With the will the superintendent be surprised to find his prey where he least expects it? Shortly later, consuming he photographs Wyman flogging the fugitive. Hate to stand idle by, but it's for the best. Throw him into the sweat box. His torture has only begun. Mercy, give me food. Give me a second. I'm putting the making a baby bottle. Hungry crane, starving. How would you like to have some food? Some of this food. Most birds hate it, but you like some of it now, wouldn't you? Well, you can't. Oh, hand descends on Wayne's neck. It's iron-like grip. Helpless. Superman clutches Wyman's face buried amidst the food of the plate. So let's see how you like it. Like the undigestible slop you fed your prisoners. Superman removes Crane from the swap box, substitutes the terrified superintendent in his place. I've got to leave you now, but I'll be back maybe. No, come on. No, trying to make you a bottle. No, no, trying to make you a bottle. Please stop. No. Next instant. Give me a second. I'm trying to make you a bottle. Stop. Stop. Next instant, the Man of Steel is dashing off into the night, a fleeting shadow under the moon's hazy rays. Later, in the governor's mansion, he's snoozing away for all he's worth. Sorry, wait, this is a mess. What? You'll find out. Is- When the camp is reached now, all you've got to do is listen. Savvy? Love, let go. I'm going to give you some of your own medicine, Wyman. I'm going to plug the air holes. You'll suffocate and die, just like your victims did. No, no, let me free. I swear I'll never torture prisoners again. You've heard his confession, Governor. Now it's up to you. So long, but wait. Office of the Daily Star. I'm sorry we all misjudged you, Kent. Your photographs helped vastly to convict Wyman and clean up the conditions on the chain gang. Thanks, Chief. The end. Um, yeah, I mean, we got another, I don't know, it just feels like a filler episode. Overall, I'll give this a, you know, 3 star for story, 3 out of 5 stars for story. The I feel like it was just one of those like he had Clark had ulterior motives. To some he may seem like he was a coward, but then obviously at the end, because he had proof and pictures, and he was trying to set things up, um, that he proved that he wasn't a coward. He was just trying to like outsmart Wyman. So I mean, like to me, the message was, don't judge a book by its cover. At the end of the day, you know. Which is true because just because, someone looks like something or they act a certain way doesn't mean that's the true person that they are. And Clark Kent proved that, obviously, because he was trying to outsmart him, the bad guy, the guy who was in charge of the changing, which was Wyman. So, I mean, so he had good intentions. It's not like he was intentionally trying to look like a coward. Um, but yeah, I mean, so I get what Clark was doing. The only thing that it sucked about what he was doing is while he was Superman and he was taking the photos is that he let what was it Crane? He put Crane back to where he was and he let him get whipped so he can get the proof. I feel like they probably could have got the proof a little bit sooner than that. You know what I mean? I mean, if he moves at the speed of light, he probably would have been there sooner. I feel like than the car crash. I don't know. I just feel like but I don't know the time frame between the panels and whatnot. I don't know if he like waited a day and told the Daily Star or told his chief. But if they grabbed Crane and he quickly went back to the Daily Star, aka the Daily Planet, told his chief everything, I feel like that would all been in the same day, and he would have had enough time to run across to Coreytown just to make it in time for Crane to get his whipping. And then get the proof from there. And then from there, you probably could have, let Crane go instead of bringing him back. Bef- um, you know what I mean? It would have been slightly changed. I feel like it probably should have been that way, but that's just my personal opinion. The story probably would have, you know, gone by a little bit faster, but it is what it is. I am not the writer. I'm not the drawer of the stories from back then. Because like I just said, if it would have done my way, um, this issue would have been a lot shorter. So they probably dragged it along just to just to have something to fill the issue. Um, it was a filler episode. In my opinion, this is a filler episode, a filler issue. Uh, Not really needed to read. Just, 2, 3 out of 5 stars. Nothing special. Hopefully I can get the baby the nap really, really soon because I can then stop getting preoccupied and stop stopping every 3 seconds. What's wrong? I'm making the baba. Stop. You need to relax. She keeps going towards the edge of the bed, and when she does that, she ends up, you know, almost falling off the bed. I'm trying to prevent her from doing that. It's not helpful, but she's tired. It's nap time. She needs a freaking nap. Go. Now I gotta fix this. Um, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like I said, like I keep saying, I hope these stories get better. These issues get better. They are kind of mid. Everything feels like filler. There's nothing too crazy going on right now. Um, I assume it's because, they just, you know, they're just starting out. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, we're 10 issues in and they're just starting out the series. They probably haven't gone too far with the creative aspect of where they're taking the action comics and where they're taking Superman. So I mean, we're just starting. You know what I mean? Here, here, look. There, you have your bottle. Relax. But yeah, hopefully they get better to get more interesting. Hopefully not everything is filler. But yeah, as I always say, I hope you guys are doing well in life. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.